You are listening to the Yummy Mummy Podcast, episode number 133.
Welcome to the Yummy Mummy Podcast, where you will learn brand new and shockingly different tools to lose weight for the last time. And now, here's your host, certified life and weight loss coach, Laura Conley.
Hello, Yum Mums. How are you? I'm amazing, in case you were wondering. We are about to head into Memorial Day weekend. Last day of school is today. What is happening? Why do we get out of school in the middle of freaking May? I'm like, what? Oh my God. O-M to the G. But it's all the end of school vibes. It's so fun. I'm so appreciating spring and summer right now. I just love it. We have been biking our little booties off as a fam bam. It's been so fun. My daughter is crushing it on her bike. My son is a maniac. And it's just the most fun. We are just living the suburban dream over here. We rode bikes to school today. We've been dropping off our kids via bike and picking them up via bike. And it's just the absolute best. That's kind of my fun fact for all y'all. What's a testimonial? What's a client comment? What do we think here? What do we got? We got Tara. We got Tara coming in hot. You know, she just emailed me out of the blue the other day. So I figured, why not share what she's saying? She says, I just wanted to send a quick thank you / shout out / testimonial. I have been struggling a bit lately. Not a circumstance, not a fact, just my thought. But every time it feels gloomy or lonely in my brain, which by the way, you guys, that's normal. That's a part of life. That's not going away. She says, there you are, whether it's through coaching, or through you coaching another Yummy Mummy brilliantly in an Instagram post, the 4 weeks to 40 challenge. More on that later, you guys. Or commenting on my shiz in Slack. You're there with a loving truth bomb. There is no way I could ever or would ever want to quit when I'm in this community. I just can't tell you what this means to me. I think back to my past self and offer her so much gratitude for making it 42 years alone, and high five her for taking the leap and investing in myself, herself. The best. XOXO. Oh, thank you. It just never gets old. It never gets old on this mission that we are on together to free a million moms. I really feel like this is a movement. It just doesn't get old. These testimonials and these notes, I get them all the time and I'm so grateful for them. And they really do light me up. It's just so special. So thank you for saying so, Tara. I love that. And you're the best. Okay. So speaking of 4 weeks to 40, the challenge, the behind the scenes look into my life. If you guys are like, what is she talking about? We are in the midst of 4 weeks till 40. That is the challenge that you can totally join. It's not too late. So if you're listening to this, let's say the week of the 30th of May, 29th of May, whenever this is coming out, we are in the midst of 4 weeks to 40. I'm turning 40 in June, you guys. I'm turning 40 on June 18th, and we're in the midst of feeling our most fabulous, our most fit and effing hot for my 40th birthday. And if you're like, yeah, I don't care about your 40th birthday, for summer and for life. So it's not too late. Even if you're listening to this and there's only like a week left, still join. Go to lauraconley.com/birthday and sign up. You'll get your free workbook, your cheat sheet, and all the ways to join in. So I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm sharing with you tips, tricks, how-tos. You'll create your own goal. You'll start losing weight for the last time. Maybe you'll lose weight for the last time. It's going to be the absolute best. So if you're not already in there, get in there. A lot of my mamas are already losing a lot of weight. And we're only like 8-9 days in. So get in there and let's do this together. So let's dive into our episode. It's so funny because this episode has been inspired literally by the challenge, because what I'm finding in this challenge for me, for myself, so this was a personal challenge for me. I wanted to go into my 40th birthday literally my most vibrant, my most radiant, my most healthy, like ever in the history of Laura Elizabeth Wolf Conley. I know, of course, I have four names because I'm just extra like that. Just that's just me. My one of my best friends is like, yeah, my other friend like told me that like she thought you were extra. And I was like, okay. It's like being like, did you know that your eyes are hazel? It's like, yeah, I did. Think, and you know what? It's a compliment. It's so funny too, because my BFF, who we were talking about this, she's super extra too. She's kind of extra in a different way. But I'm like, all the extra all the time. Please bring it on. What's the opposite of extra? Like less than? Like just a little bit? Like, do you want to live? And this is not a podcast about extra, but maybe I should do one. This is not a podcast about me selling you on being extra, but just side note, if you're dulling your light, if you're dimming your shine, what are you doing? Let's go. Be yourself. Be extra. Be willing for people to call you extra. Because if you're not extraing, you're undering, right? I mean, come on, let's go. Let's live this life. So, what I'm really finding in this challenge is that the most important thing, the thing that is working the best, is journaling or writing stuff down. Because if I say the word journaling and you're like, oh, you get like triggered, or you're like, I hate journaling, or like, I'm not a journaler. Okay, fine. You're not a journaler. Fine. You don't want to write stuff down. Fine. But like, do you want to lose weight for the last time? Be willing to just put a pen to paper or type shit for like 3 minutes a day. You already do it. It's really not that bad. I have so many clients though that were like coming into the Yummy Mummy experience and they were like, I'm not a journaler. And now they're like obsessed with journaling. So just be open to it. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about what journaling actually is in the context of weight loss. And I'm going to talk to you about why you want to do it. And I'm going to talk to you about how to do it specifically. Okay. In a really digestible, easy way, because I want to make it really easy for you. My experiencers, my official clients that work with me for 6 months, they actually get a journal sent to their home and it has a specific prompts for them. So they get a more in-depth, detailed journal. This is kind of like high level. So why would you want to journal in the first place? Like, what, this doesn't seem like this is that related to weight loss. Can't you just like, Laura, like, can't you just like give me a plan or a diet and then I just go do that? I'm like, yeah, sure, I could do that. But like, you've already tried that. Without the journaling piece, it just doesn't work. So again, if journaling is like triggering for you and you're like, ugh, I don't like it, call it writing, call it typing. You write texts to your bestie. Write a freaking text to your future self. It's so important to write your shit down, to write every day, to journal every single day, because if you don't, you will literally forget that you are trying to lose weight. You will literally have amnesia. You will forget when it comes to 5 p.m. and you're cooking your kiddo's chicken fingers and you'll just be like eating the chicken fingers and the french fries mindlessly. So it's literally a way to not forget what you are up to. Right now, so many of us are on autopilot, right? Have you guys ever noticed this? Like you've just eaten half a bag of popcorn and you didn't even like actively choose to eat the bag of popcorn. It sort of just like happened. Yeah, because you're operating on default. It's like automatic. It's kind of unconscious. So in order to lose weight for the last time, we have to get super conscious. How do we get super conscious? We write shit down every day. We brush our brain every day. Takes 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes max, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you have to stay super conscious. The cool thing about habit change is that once you actually change the habit at the root cause, which is what I teach, once you do that, you can go unconscious again. So right now, if you're mindlessly, automatically, autopiloting, defaulting, eating the popcorn or whatever the thing is, It's like happening to you. You're like, I don't even feel like I'm the one putting this in my mouth. I don't even really notice until I kind of feel gross afterwards. Right now, if you are unconsciously eating popcorn, in order to unconsciously not eat popcorn, you have to get conscious by way of writing down or journaling every single day. You, on the other side, you can go unconscious. You will. And this is the how. You will be able to go unconscious and not eat the popcorn automatically. Isn't that awesome? You create habits where you just automatically do this. Like, have you seen this with like maybe making your bed? Do you just automatically make your bed? Yeah. Do you have to think about it a lot? No. Did you used to not make your bed? Yeah, right? You had to get super conscious about it for like 10 days or 2 weeks or a month, or your mom had to remind you every day for 2 years. And then you were able to go unconscious. Now, do not mishear me with this one. I highly, highly recommend that even when you are able to go unconscious, even when you are able to just easily, without even a thought, not eat the popcorn, I still recommend your journaling every single day. I recommend that you treat this like a teeth brushing practice. You would never just stop brushing your teeth because you don't have cavities, right? Hello. Same thing applies here. You're going to be journaling for the rest of your life every single day. And this should be a relief, not like a big disappointment. Like, you guys, this is not a bad trade off. All you have to do is journal for like 2 to 5 minutes a day and you can lose weight for the last time. That's like, that's amazing, right? It's not like you have to do like 2 a days for the rest of your life or eat 800 calories or fill in the blank crazy shit that you probably tried in the past. It's so important that you journal every single day, because if you don't, you will literally forget that you're trying to lose weight. Your brain loves to continue to do what it's used to doing. Your brain loves the familiar, so it's just going to keep operating in the land of familiar unless you change it up. And how you do that is by journaling. You will literally get plan amnesia at 5 p.m. if you don't journal in the morning. It's also really important that you commit to doing this every single day, even when you get unconscious, because your journal becomes like your accountability bestie that has your back, that really loves you unconditionally, right? So, what's so cool is that, say you're on cruise control, right? You've lost weight for the last time, or maybe you're losing weight and it feels really dialed, it feels really easy. This is like a lot of what my clients experience. And then, have you ever lost weight in the past and it's sort of like all of a sudden 5 pounds just like pack on? You're like, I just literally gained 5 pounds overnight. No, you didn't. You did not gain 5 pounds overnight. You gained 5 pounds over time. And the reason why is because you weren't journaling. You didn't catch yourself. It's almost impossible for you to not catch yourself when you are journaling every single day, right? It's like almost impossible for your teeth to fall out of your face if you're brushing your teeth every single day, right? Yeah, you might get a cavity. Yeah, you might gain a pound, but you'll catch it if you have your teeth brushing practices and you're going to the dentist practices in place. So I recommend you do the same thing. You don't want your teeth to fall out of your face. So you go to the dentist every 6 months, you brush your teeth every single day. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to have a big check-in every 6 months on your health, your weight, your relationship with food and your body every 6 months. And then from there on out, I just want you to be dialed in every single day. It's so much harder to be confused, right? Like, have you ever gained like that 5 pounds overnight and you're like, oh, I have no idea why, or maybe you do know why. But my point is, you will catch it so much quicker when you're journaling every single day. You won't be able to get away with 10 pounds or 5 pounds. No, you'll be on top of it right away. You'll catch the cavity before it becomes a tooth falling out of your face, right? You'll catch the pounds, the 10 pounds or the size up or whatever, before it becomes like an actual problem when you're committed to journaling every day and it's just a habit. It's just like brushing your teeth. You just automatically do it. That's like what my clients report a lot of the time. They're like, if I don't journal, I feel like something's off. You know, have you ever like gotten into bed and you didn't brush your teeth? You get up out of bed and you go brush your teeth because something feels amiss. Or you like go about your day and you forgot to brush your teeth. You get in the car to drop the kids off and you're like, oh God, gross, right? And you immediately come home and brush your teeth. That is what we are implementing here, because the result of having lost weight for the last time is so important to you, just like having your teeth not fall out of your face. It's also just like really so much easier to not be confused. I always talk about how confusion gets a cookie. So if you're confused about why you weigh what you weigh, your journal will clear it all up. Your journal will be like, oh no, you weigh this amount of weight because you've been drinking 2 glasses of wine almost every night for a year. I mean, I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. So that is why. Huge, huge why. I mean, the main why, really, you guys, is because if you do this, you will lose weight for the last time, aka last time, and maintain it. Okay, so like, what if you don't like journaling, right? What if you are really triggered? Call it something else, like I told you. And if you don't like it, like, oh, well, like if I'm like, hey, yo, girlfriend, Becky, I pinky freaking promise you, Becky, that if you do this, you'll lose weight for the last time. Are you in or you're out? Like, I'll even give it to you. Fine, don't like it. But is it worth it? Like, what the trade-off, you guys? Come on, like like lose weight for the last time and do something you don't like for 3 minutes a day. Are you in or are you out? Now, I don't recommend you just go through life doing things that you don't like when you have the opportunity and the option to like them. You actually can choose to like it, to sell yourself on it. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can go around hating it, not liking it, but you could also sell yourself on why you do like it. It's like me with the dishes. I used to not like doing the dishes. I love doing the dishes. I'm like, get out of my sink. I'm like yelling at my friends last night. I'm like, move. I want to do the dishes. Like, this is like my zone now. I'm into the dishes. I love doing the dishes. Okay. Sell yourself. Love yourself, right? If you can't get out of it, get into it. Now, of course, you can get out of journaling, but why would you want to if what's on the line is you losing weight for the last time? Okay. Have I sold you or have I sold you? Okay. So if you don't like journaling, another thing that has really been working for my clients and that I love personally is like maybe you can sell yourself on it by tracking how many days. So if you're in the challenge, you've got a little tracker worksheet that you can print out and track 30 days in a row. Really, our challenge is 28 days because it's 4 weeks. Like, do the math. Hello. Right? It's 28 days, but you can make your own tracker. Or if you're in the experience, you get a tracker when we do our 30-day challenge. And those of you that are in the experience and we haven't done that yet, stay tuned. Don't worry, you're going to get that tracker. So my point is, give yourself a checkbox every time you journal. Give yourself a check, or like play Don't Break the Chain. Have you guys heard of this? Don't break the chain. Journal every single day. Give yourself a dopamine hit by getting the check instead of getting a dopamine hit by getting the checks mix. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Did you get that? Did you catch that? I'm so weird, you guys. Okay. So, one of the things that I told you is that sometimes we can forget to eat on plan, like accidentally. Like it feels so default, right? Guess freaking what? Sometimes you can forget to journal. So I'm going to help you I'm going to help you remember to journal. Okay. So there's tons of different ways. You can come up with your own ways. My guarantee is that you probably have a bunch of ways already inside your brain. So maybe you habit stack. Do you guys know what habit stacking is? This is like you pair it with another habit, right? When you're making your coffee, like we make French press coffee. So it takes like 5 or 7 minutes. I could totally journal while I'm French pressing. Now I don't, because my rule is I don't get out of bed until I journal. It's so good. It's so fun, right? Or you could habit stack. You don't get to brush your teeth until you journal, or you don't feed your kids until you journal, or you don't get to take a first sip of coffee until you journal, right? Habit stack so that it makes it so easy to remember. I also love setting alarms. Why not set an alarm? You guys, if this is the most important thing, or the top 3 most important things, you weighing what you want to weigh, you being like a freaking vision of health and like vibrancy, then set an alarm. Big deal. Big whoop. Put it on your calendar every day. Set an alarm. Set 3 alarms. Give yourself a treat. Like that's why I kind of like the coffee one. Sit down, pair it, maybe pair it with coffee. Like I have a lot of clients that do that. They sit down and they really make it like this ritual and this like special connection-y experience with themselves and their future self. They love it. So get yourself to like it. Like I love journaling because it sets me up for the day. It makes me feel unstoppable, in control, grateful, ready, excited, prepared. Like I am on a high after I journal. I'm like, I got this. Yeah, I got this. Now, I want you to have a backup plan. So say you get your plan, say you copy me and you're like, okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my journal next to my bedside stand, right? And every morning, I am not going to get out of bed until I journal. You guys, it takes 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to tell you what to journal in a minute, like how, like exactly what to write down. So maybe you copy me, or maybe you copy one of my clients and you pair it with your coffee, or maybe you don't go to bed or you don't brush your teeth or whatever. Figure out what's going to work for you. Make it easy for you. You don't have to copy me, right? Make it work for you. Make it doable for you. Make it fun for you. Yeah. So I really want you to have a backup plan, because what if you have an emergency? Like the other morning, my kiddo totally got up, totally pooped, and was like, Mom, I need you to wipe me. Now, I consider that something that I want to do. I do not want to leave my 3.5-year-old up to wiping his own butt. I don't. In this case, this is what I would call a mild emergency, like a legit, right? There's a legit or there's a quit. Now, if my kids are bickering, my brain's going to be like, we can't journal. We got to go down and break up the fight. Nope. That's a quit, not a legit. Wiping a butt, that is a legit. Okay. So I have to have a backup plan. So I have an alarm set every day at 10. It goes off in case I didn't journal, in case there was an emergency. So good. And then I have another alarm set for 9 p.m. so that my journal is next to my bedside stand. I brought my journal with me right here. It's in my office right now. Usually it's on my bedside stand, so I could show it to you on YouTube if you're looking. It's not that exciting, actually, but here it is. But I'm so grateful because I do have that alarm set tonight, because if after this podcast recording, I forget to go put it on my bedside stand, that alarm's going to go off. Now, don't let yourself turn the alarm off. Put it on snooze until you actually complete the task. So I also just touched on true emergencies versus urgent matters, right? Do not give in to quote unquote urgent matters. Yes, there'll be emergencies where people need their butts wiped and people need stitches. Okay. But other than that, you do not need to talk to the contractor. You do not need to answer the door for the Girl Scout cookies. No, you need to journal. Yeah. That's right. Like, what if you are tired, or what if you don't feel like it? Yeah. Some days you're probably going to be tired. Some days you're not going to feel like it. Oh, well, too bad. Get your pen out, write shit down. Takes 3 minutes. You're not like, too tired. I don't feel like brushing my teeth. You brush your teeth. You're like, let's just do this and get into bed. Same. Okay. Because you don't want your teeth to fall out of your face. You don't want to not weigh what you want to weigh. Okay. All right. Deal. Okay. Now, what do you actually journal every single day? I've been thinking of ways to make this more simple and more simple and more simple so that I can communicate this to you so it's easy to remember. Now, of course, if you're in my challenge or you're in the experience, just keep doing what I've already taught you. But I figured a way to make this even easier for you to remember is to just format it like this. Every day, write down who, what, where, when, why, and how, because everybody remembers that already. Who, what, where, when, why, and how, with a cherry on top. Okay. Every day, I want you to journal 7 things: who, what, where, when, why, how, with a cherry on top. That's 7 things. So start with who. Now, that might seem a little weird. Who? Yeah, duh. It's me in my journal. Who? This is where I want you to put an I am statement. I am love. I am capable. I am confident. I am a badass. I am my future self. I am powerful. I am empowered. I am fill in the blank that makes you feel connected to you and your future self. What? Okay, so that's the who. Then the what. I want you to write, what did I weigh today and what is my goal for this week, this month, this year? The what. Okay, just write what you weighed today. Be loving to yourself. Remember, it's just a data point, okay? And what my goal is. Where, okay? So this is just for you to remember where you're going to do it every day. It seems redundant. I don't care. Where? Every day in my bed before I get out. When? Every day, 7 a.m. Why? Okay, this one's really important. This is where you write your ravenous reason, your compelling reason, your holy shit, this lights me up. This has to be more powerful than the cupcake at 5 p.m. or 8 p.m. or whatever. I want to lose weight for the last time because I want to be an example for my daughter. I want to lose weight for the last time because I want to feel confident, light, and alive. I want to lose weight for the last time because I want to feel at home in my body. Get a why. Write it down. It has to light you up. That's super important. How? How are you going to do this? What is your overall plan? For me, no sugar, no flour, no bite, licks, or taste. Must be seated when eating and intermittent fasting. I also write my day down. Like, what am I going to actually eat that day? That it's just so helpful for me. It makes it so easy. People are like, oh, it's so diety. No, it's not. It's so preparatory. Like, you plan out your money, you plan your budget, you plan your summer. Why the hell you plan your day with your work? Why the hell wouldn't you plan your food? Makes it so easy. It really gets in front of decision fatigue. I'm obsessed with it. I'm so excited about it. So how? Your actual overall plan. I know that seems redundant. Write it anyways. Your brain will have amnesia. And then what I want you to do is write your how for that day. Okay. Then the last thing with a cherry on top, I want you to write from your future self, your hype girl self. You got this, Laura. You can do this. Your body is a freaking well-oiled machine that's so amazing at releasing fat. Let's go have fun. Like, give yourself a little cherry on top, a little pep up. Okay. All right. That's your takeaway. Let me know what you think. Have the best freaking week ever. Go sign up for the challenge, lauraconley.com/birthday. And I will see you next week. I love you so much. Have the best week ever. Ciao, ciao. Hey, if you've enjoyed listening to this podcast, I would love it if you leave a rate, review, and a subscribe on whatever you're listening to this podcast in. Pretty pleased with a cherry on top. It would help me so much, and it would help all the other mamas out there hear this message. Thank you in advance. I really appreciate it. And you have to come check out the Yummy Mummy experience. It's my proven lose weight for the last time group coaching and course. Head to lauraconley.com and just click work with me. Other than that, you guys, I would love to give you a free gift. If you want your free listener only gift, go to lauraconley.com/gift. And from there, you will get your free best ever weight loss hack. So cool. The last thing I want to tell you, you guys, is I do have a free Facebook group. It's called, you guessed it, the Yummy Mummy. Lose weight for the last time, end body drama, and get food freedom. You can just search that on Facebook, or again, you can head to the show notes and you'll find the link there. All right, you guys, have the best day ever.